Hey guys, welcome back. Today we have the season finale of Season 1. It's the 2013 Brazilian Grand Prix. Let's get into it. In the United States Grand Prix, Mark Webber won the World Championship for the 4th time in this Codemasters Career Mode series. He won all 3 seasons on F1 2010, and he returns to the top in 2013 Season 1. Hamilton and Rosberg and Alonso, Raikkonen and Vettel all missing out on the championship. With a final round still to be played out, Early sits in 16th place. A solid result today, and he's got that contract offer from McLaren, of course, so he will most likely move to McLaren. I think that's my decision, at least. Red Bull right now are just a slither ahead of Mercedes, so that battle is ongoing. The Constructors Championship to be decided today. Lotus could still finish behind Ferrari, so that's also an ongoing battle. And of course, for 9th place, Williams 1 point ahead of Marussia. It's dry for the Saturday and Sunday, apparently. The Brazilian Grand Prix is one of my favourite circuits in the entire world. Let's jump in to qualifying. We had a real clean first lap here. I also noticed that the DRS line starts so late. It's there. So the DRS is so short down the main straight. 15.1, that's the banker lap. And now DeResta's put in a 12.8. For a moment there, I thought, you know what, maybe I've got some pace today. Nobody was beating my time for about 30 seconds. And then DeResta goes 2.3 seconds quicker. This second lap, though, is much stronger. So it's a 14 flat. Puts me ahead of Maldonado for now. And just like that, the session ends. 19th place, Bianchi 20th. We're ahead of both Caterhams. I'm 8 tenths clear of my teammate, but 8 tenths behind Bottas, the next car in front of me. So sort of in the middle of nowhere. I was never making more 8 tenths more up on my best time. So I think 19th is the best we could have achieved today. As Vettel, Rosberg, Webber, the top 3 after Q1. It's overcast, but no rain on the radar for today's Grand Prix. Let's have a look at the starting grid. It's Rosberg, Vettel, a front row, the tail as old as time with that one. Lewis Hamilton in 3rd place, then it's Raikkonen, champion now, of course. Mark Webber 5th ahead of Alonso, Grosjean and Perez, Button and Hulkenberg, the Sauber in the top 10. Paul di Resta misses out on the top 10. He's in 11th alongside Felipe Massa at his home Grand Prix in what could potentially be his final race in Formula 1. There's going to be a lot of driver changes for Season 2. Lots of drivers disappearing, lots of drivers coming in, and I'm very excited for that. Verne in 13th, then it's Sutil, Maldonado, Ricciardo, Gutierrez, and the drivers knocked out in Q1, Bottas, Early, Bianchi, Van der Garde, and Charles Pic. 71 laps today then. We're starting in the option tyres. Tyre wear doesn't seem too bad here, so it's a 2-stop prime, the final 2 stints. And we'll get to the end of this race, the end of the first season. Let's finish it off in style. There's only one more thing to do, and that's go racing. The 2013 Brazilian Grand Prix is next. Okay, let's have some fun today. That's the objective. 5 lights are on, and we are underway here for the final race of Season 1. And it's a slight incline towards Turn 1 here. Got a bit of wheel spin there, and the Caterhams and my teammate Bianchi already passed me into Turn 1 we go. Maybe some space around the outside of some of these drivers to maintain my 19th starting position. Bianchi on my left-hand side. Still, the Marussias run side by side through Turn 3 and down the Retroposta, which I think is the name of this straight. And I've done enough to hold on to 19th place. Can I challenge any of the drivers in front under braking into Turn 4? I'm going to go for it. There was contact up ahead as well. I saw debris flying up in the air. Gutierrez does enough to hold on to that place. He's on the prime tyres. I am starting on the option tyres, so we should have that grip advantage for the early part of this first stint over the Mexican in front. As up the hill we go for the first time. Drivers sorting themselves out. A dive to the inside from myself up the inside of Gutierrez. Side by side now with Valtteri Bottas. The Finn looking to hold on to his Williams position the next season as Gutierrez then re-overtakes me. It's a great first lap battle between me and my previous rival. He's not my rival anymore. And I get the position eventually through, I think that's the Turn 8 hairpin. Now on the outside of Valtteri Bottas, down the hill we go. Just need to outbrake him into Juncker, and we've got that position. 16th as there's been a retirement. Well, Alonso's out the race. Rumours, we've seen all the rumours, guys. Alonso might be moving ship to a different team. He might be no longer a Ferrari driver after today, and he's retired on the opening lap of this Grand Prix. Adjusting for position ahead, and Maldonado's just rear-ended Jean-Eric Verne. Classic Maldonado strategy of just bullying people out of the way. As now I'm on the outside of Verne, who's rumoured to be going to Red Bull for next season after completely destroying Daniel Ricciardo this year. I don't know why he's been so good compared to Ricciardo. But we're up to 15th now, making some good progress. Getting closer to Maldonado towards Turn 1. So late. Oh my God. I'm getting a penalty. I'm so sorry, guys. I've not got a penalty. I've not got a penalty. We're fine. We got DRS. Maldonado. Overtake. Easy stuff. Yellow flag was out. I assume that's because I just destroyed Jean-Eric Verne. Not going to lie. That's the worst thing I've done all season. How have I not got a penalty for that? But there we go. We're in 13th. We have Adrian Suttle in the Force India. 2 seconds in front of me. I was 2 tenths quicker than him on the previous lap. And I was really, really concentrating. So if I'm locked in, I think I am faster than him. It's Vettel leading Rosberg, leading Hamilton, the top 3 right now. Hulkenberg, who started down in 10th place, already up to 6th. So he's having another good race. We know Hulkenberg could be on the move, of course, after his standout season for Sauber this year. And we're in DRS range of Adrian Suttle. We're putting in some really good laps right now. We've closed up, so let's see if we can get past. Oh, we've definitely got him here, even before the DRS straight. We're going to be side by side with Suttle, and we're going to move ahead, and into 12th place we go. Massa is now the driver in front of me. 6.8 seconds is the gap to the Brazilian in his final ever Brazilian Grand Prix. He is quicker than me, but not by much, and he's in a train of cars. So if they start battling and slow each other down, maybe I can get involved. And Suttle's got his own little battles he's working on in the background. So while that's going on during this first stint, we can aim to build a gap. We know the AI seem to be quicker at the end of the race, so I know they'll come back at me. And speaking of, Bottas has just got past him now. Seems Bottas was hiding a lot of pace when he was stuck behind Adrian Suttle. He's now unleashing that pace, at least a second a lap quicker than me. So there's Bottas, and in the background is, I think that's Esteban Gutierrez in the Sauber. Both of them have got past Adrian Suttle, and they're putting the pressure on. I'll be under pressure here, as DRS wide open for the Williams behind. Bottas looks to the outside for turn 1. But he's nowhere near alongside me, so he can't make the position up. Lap 20 now, so I think we're boxing next lap. Vettel still leads the way. That's the end of the first stint in this race, and it was a really successful one. Into the pits we go for the first of 2 stops. Both Gutierrez and Bottas stay out. I don't know if they were on the primes or not. I assume they were on the options. But there's lots of action in the pit lane here. I'm just adding to the action as we stop on our marks. Come on, 3.1. It's got to be. It's a 3.1, of course it is. 3.116. We're going to rejoin here, it seems, in 15th place. And Bottas into the pits. I think Ricardo is, and I don't know if Gutierrez was or not. We're up to 13th. So, were we in 13th before? No, I think we were in 12th, weren't we? So we're still waiting for somebody to box. I do remember now that Gutierrez was on the prime. So Gutierrez still out there and in front of me on track. Yet another race where my teammate out-qualifies the Caterhams, but is absolute rubbish in the race, as we're about to put a lap here on Bianchi. Is he going into the pits? No, he's not. He's staying out, but he's in last place. Gutierrez rejoining, I think, from the pits, and he's on my left-hand side, and we've jumped him. Well, jumped him. We were already ahead anyway, but we're back up to where we were before the pit stop phase. It's early Bottas, Gutierrez in that order. Still Vettel, Hamilton, Rosberg in the top 3, but Hamilton now ahead of Rosberg in 2nd place. Nico Hulkenberg up to 4th after the first pit stops. I've just been lapped by Sebastian Vettel on lap 27. So, yeah, we'll finish 2 laps down today. Bottas has just disappeared. I don't know where he's gone, but Gutierrez has replaced him in that car right behind me. And Gutierrez is actually attacking me into turn 1. I'm going to try and go around the outside here. We're not going to let him do it. It seems he's on the option tyres. He started on the primes, moved to the options. I did the opposite strategy, so he's got a lot more grip than me at this stage of the race. There goes Gutierrez round the outside with DRS now. That should pull the Sauber ahead. But once again, I'm going to defend deep into turn 1 on the inside to hold that place. He's trying it around the outside. Eventually, he has to give way. There he goes again. I'll just show him the outside line because it's much easier to defend the inside going into turn 1 here. That's exactly what we're going to do again. This time he's even more alongside on the outside of turn 1, but he still can't pull off the move. Gutierrez once again picking the outside line. Into turn 1, he actually gets his nose ahead, under braking, very close at the apex. Inside line for turn 2, and that's the closest the Mexican has come to actually overtaking me. I've picked up DRS somehow. And in the background, is that Maldonado? Where's he come from? He's very quick. Oh no, it's Bottas. Bottas has returned after a few laps in somewhere, a different world. As we reach half race distance, it is Vettel dominating out front with Hamilton in 2nd. Jenson Button, in what could be his final race in Formula 1, is in 3rd place for McLaren. which would be a great send-off for the 2009 World Champion. Although in our Codemasters career mode, he didn't win the 2009 Championship. I did. Maldonado's dropped out of the race. Another driver who could be off the grid next year. We're going to make so many changes. It's not going to be realistic with, 3 or 4 changes. We're just going to go full-on fantasy season for Season 2. Just to see what happens. We may as well. I'm going to have to defend here down the Retroposta towards turn 4. Gutierrez at the outside line. He's actually going to make that move. Good move there. I just loaded a mid-session save, so first few corners I was slightly slower and I lost the position because of it. Right now I've been doing enough to keep Bottas behind, but he's looking to attack. That's where Gutierrez actually successfully overtook me. And Gutierrez, he's checked out. 4 seconds up the road now. He's on the option tyres, of course. I'm on the primes. We're boxing in 3 laps time. Gutierrez is pulling away 2.5 seconds a lap. That's ridiculous. I'm setting decent pace now as well. Like sort of matching what I've done in my best lap of the race. Bottas challenging me now on the outside into turn 4. I've done enough to hold on to the place. It's lap 46, so we're boxing at the end of this lap. Well, it's a shame Gutierrez got past. But apart from that, it's been another good stint. My final pit stop, hopefully, of the season. And in we go. Bottas following me. We're still ahead after the stops. We're going to rejoin here in 14th place. Daniel Ricciardo's staying out. He's gone past. Oh, good. I didn't need to move out the way for Sebastian Vettel. The race leader has put another lap on me. I'm 2 laps down. I've got to run on Ricciardo. Not close enough under braking. Oh, Ricciardo is extremely slow on those warm prime tyres. And these fresh tyres on my car, they feel good. On the run up the hill, we're in the slipstream of the Toro Rosso. The Australian into the pits this lap as his name tag disappears. That's the indication that he's going into the pits. We've got DRS and we're back up to 13th. And Gutierrez has been into the pits. Gap to him is 10 seconds. It was a little bit more before I went into the pits. I think it was about 13. So the gap's come down a little, but not by much. So Vettel's still leading and dominating. Webber, his teammate, up to 2nd place. Hamilton runs in 3rd ahead of his teammate Rosberg. So right now, Red Bull doing all they need to do to secure that Constructors Championship and make it a double championship victory for Red Bull this season. I'm getting constant blue flags right now. Who was that? Jenson Button. He's not in the podium places anymore, but he's still in the top 5. There's a car off. Mate, you can't park there. I'm so funny. That was Bianchi off the track, and the Caterham just crashed into him. Am I 3 laps down? Maybe I'm 3 laps down on Vettel now. Or 2. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm only 2. No, I've got to be 3. That's 3 laps down on the leader. Oh, nice one, Sharpeak. Nice one, mate. Just park it on the apex, why don't you? Are you going to lift off? Finally. Come on. A few laps to go in this race. A few laps to go in this season. It seems we are not going to score any points in the final, 6 races of the year? It is probably the longest we've gone in this career mode without us scoring a point, I think. Potentially. I'm not sure. That might be wrong. I'm pretty sure Vettel's almost a lap ahead of everybody else. I'm either 2 laps down or 3 laps down. If I'm only 2, that means he is genuinely a lap ahead of everybody but maybe Webber. We're starting the final lap of the season. I am only 2 laps down on the leader. Sebastian Vettel wins the race. Is that his final race for Red Bull? But remains to be seen. It's a dominant victory from the German as I'm going to cross the line here in 13th place. Another solid drive, yet still no more points. And that draws Season 1 of 2013 to a close, with Red Bull dominating in the final round and winning the Constructors Championship. Vettel winning this race by 52 seconds. Maybe one of his most impressive victories ever. His teammate Webber in 2nd. Hamilton completes the podium with his teammate Rosberg in 4th. Hulkenberg another top 5 to finish off his stint for Sauber. He's definitely moving to a better team next year. Button and Massa, they are retiring. I'm going to kick them out. I'm sorry. That's their final races. 6th and 7th. Raikkonen, Grosjean and Perez scoring points. The rest of Gutierrez missing out. So do I miss out as well. Bottas, Verne, Suttle, Ricciardo, Van der Garde, Peak and Bianchi with 2 retirements, Pastor Maldonado and Fernando Alonso. Final look at the Drivers' Championship. Webber, 268 points, which is pretty low since the new points system came in 2010. I'm talking compared to real life at least. I think the 2013 season, Vettel had well over 300 points. Even in 2012 and 2010, I think it was about 280 points for the championship. Hamilton in second, Vettel third, tied with Rosberg. That result there for Vettel, that victory, brought him ahead of Rosberg. A great second half of the season for Vettel. If he had that form in the first half, I think he would have won the World Championship. Alonso made it past 200 points, finishes in 5th. Then we have Raikkonen, Perez, really impressive. Hulkenberg, very, very impressive. He's ahead of the Lotus of Grosjean. Massa scoring 69 points. It's not good enough, Massa. He's ahead of Button, De Resta in 12th. Then we have Adrian Sutil, Jean-Eric Verne, Gutierrez finishing 6 points clear of me. I finished ahead of both Williams, but Williams still outscored us in the Constructors, of course. I finished in 16th place, and I was the only backmarker driver to actually score points. 7 points to my name. A Red Bull win the Constructors Championship by 30 points ahead of Mercedes. Lotus finish ahead of Ferrari in the battle for 3rd. McLaren all on their own in 5th ahead of Sauber. Force India, Toro Rosso. Williams do get 9th place in the Constructors. Marussia 10th and Caterham in last place. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in Season 2. If you enjoyed that one, want to support the channel, check out channel memberships and like and subscribe. And have a nice day. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.